Hello and welcome to the series of RapidMiner videos. My name is Dr. Markus Hofmann and I'm a lecturer at the Institute of Technology Blanchardstown and also the principal investigator of this project funded by the Irish National Digital Learning Repository. The series of RapidMiner videos was created in close collaboration with Ralph Klinkenberg and Dr. Ingo Merswa, the two founding members of RapidMiner. More videos as well as additional material to some videos can be found at www.rapidminerresources.com. I would now like to introduce Ralph Klinkenberg, who will talk you through this tutorial.
Welcome to the open source data mining software RapidMiner 5. This introductory video shows the main views and elements of the graphical user interface of RapidMiner 5, including the process design view, the data view, the metadata view, the result view, and the plot view. This introductory video also demonstrates how to design a first data mining process in RapidMiner. A dataset is imported from an Excel sheet, visualized and stored into a RapidMiner repository. The RapidMiner Start screen lets you select between starting a new process from scratch, reopening a previously designed process, starting a process from a predefined template, or from starting the online tutorial. The RapidMiner online tutorial can also be found in the Help menu under RapidMiner tutorial. If you start the tutorial, it will present about 40 data mining processes along with textual explanations, and you can interactively change, modify, and run these processes so you see how they operate, you get explanations, and you can see what the impact of changes of these processes are. So independent of this video, the tutorial is a very good starting point. For now, let's select Start a new process from scratch. In the main process view, you can define the flow of your data and the data mining process. If it's a large process, the overview window shows you where in your process you currently are in the main editor. Let's assume for now we would like to import a dataset from an Excel sheet. So in the Operator tab, I select Import and Data, and from there I select Read Excel, drag and drop that into the process field, and now this is my first data mining process. There's a red indicator light indicating that there is an error, and down at the bottom I find the error message. It says the mandatory parameter Excel file is missing. If you look here, you see that there is a parameter field where I can specify which file name to use to read in the Excel sheet. This parameter is printed in bold, which means it's mandatory. All the other parameters here are not in bold, so they're optional. I could directly enter the text here or use the file browser to specify the file name. Alternatively, I can go to the error message down here, select the fix that is suggested by RapidMiner by double-clicking, and then I can enter the file name here or use the file browser. Using the file browser, I select the appropriate directory, select the Excel sheet, open that, and I can see that the indicator light has now changed to yellow. The error message is gone, so the error has been fixed, the file has been properly specified, but the light is still yellow, which means this part of the process has not been run yet, and the data is not available yet. So if you run the process by clicking on the Run button, well, we first asked if we would like to store the process. Yeah, let's store the process. We select the repository, in that case it's a default RapidMiner repository, and we give the file a name. For example, my process, and say, okay, let's store it under that name. So now we can see the results. You can always switch back between process design view and result view by clicking on the buttons up here. So let's again take a look at the parameters of the read Excel operator. There is an option called first row as names. Let's select this because in our Excel sheet the first row of the data set actually contains the attribute names. How do I know? Well, if you look at the example set, at the data view, see that the first row contains actually the column names. So let's rerun the process. Now you can see in the data view that the table headers, the column names, have been recognized properly, and that you can see now the data table, the rows containing one example each, and the columns containing the attributes. So the metadata view shows you what are the attributes covered in the dataset, what are their value types, like are they numeric, maybe integer or real valued numeric, or are they nominal, and then for each of the attributes you see a statistic. You see what were the most frequent value for the nominal attributes and the least frequent one, what was the average value, what was the standard deviation for the numeric ones, and you also see the value ranges for the numeric attributes and the occurring values along with their frequencies for the nominal values. So the metadata view is meta level information, the data view is the detailed data table, and the plot view allows you to visualize a data set. So let's start with a 2D scatter plot. Let's select the year of birth as one column, the sales volume as the other column, and now you can already see that there's a correlation between year of birth and the sales volume. You could also select another column for the color, for example the gender, and so on. If you would like to store the dataset now to your repository, just click on that button and you could store it in the same repository by saying My Dataset. So let's go back to the process design view. We designed our first data mining process. We stored both the process and the data in the repository. You can see my process here and my data here. And we covered the main elements of the graphical user interface. You can see here always a parameter window. If that's too confusing for you, you can switch back and forth between beginners and expert mode. You will see more or less parameters. So, thank you very much for your attention.
For further information on RapidMiner, please go to www.rapidminerresources.com or www.rapid-i.com. If you are interested in upskilling, please go to www.itb.ie, where you will find more information about our distance learning MSc in computing science, in business intelligence and data mining. Many thanks to the Irish National Digital Learning Repository for funding this video.